just knocked pretty much everybody on a bye except the two classics, Havoc and Khalil, as they take this A main control.
Walls down, there's first contact, and Crew on the attack will answer first, and that's from the newest IGL Klaus. But quickly, we have trades going back and forth. Havoc instantly becomes the last player standing on the defensive side. Has utility left to use that heat now in a new initiator role. Switching away from the duelist to be that support for Kesnet. We'll be able to group together with the rest of Crew Visa, and they'll answer first.
This lurk coming in all the way through the back. If they time this perfectly, it's big kills for Shy.
And that's going to ping all players, making it very difficult to hear anything, giving a chance for the flank to happen. Not needed as of yet. As all of Crew are dominating FURIA.
Blast packing through that, you're only entering through tree. Now they start to separate those first holds.
What a big read. What a big fake being done. Breaking door, one satchel, and already all of FURIA rotates out of A, making it a lot harder for them to retake the site now with only these pistols. I mean, there's a couple of stingers as well.
One enemy
but they
remaining.
can't close the gap. They can't use that weapon to their advantage. Khalil is the last player standing. At least gets one. They'll try to break the door and go for a double swing, but there's a lot of players of Crew Visa just on the other side. First contact will be Heat. Throws utility inside the door, and it's just beautiful there. Very hard for FURIA to move out. Now Khalil on the 1v1. At least gets two.
Last player standing.
Now up to Noswer. Latest addition to the roster. Tapping on that spike. I mean, the players are far. It's halfway. He's trying to full stick it. And Melzer just goes for the drive-by. Easy kill.
Here towards tree, and a splash through the wall. See if they can make an impact on A. FURIA trying with 4 now.
Things are pushing towards that baby door. Shy gets the pick. MW0 now pops up the showstopper. Lands it on Klaus. And manages to stay alive here at 21 HP. 3 on 3. As Conan's trying to move in with the rest. Melzer pushing up to the staircase. Getting 2 kills holding the A site. That's back to a 1 versus 1. Conan versus Heat. Looking down is Heat. Getting that pick on Conan. Look at the wrong area.
Sure, but is Crew sweating yet? Up 7-0, you just have to figure out where they're defending and how they're doing it. And that's a good start from Conan.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Finally, they could start 8. Yet Shy still trying to get an opening, trying to get a lurk. Sees the high-low off the contact of the turret, stays alive. Now here comes the other lurk on the A site. The script that we currently have here on a 7-0 scoreline with these two teams.
30 seconds.
Heat gets a timing. MW0 falls, but there's still a player at the top of heaven. He's playing it alone. Getting off the spike, hurt the footsteps, but couldn't look.
We see what this might mean. The lockdown is there. The pit for Conan coming up with a good amount of frags this round. Havoc, 1 to boot, doesn't matter.
Then you break the door, finish towards that B site. Instead, you don't use a showstopper, but you still try to open that door and finish there towards baby door.
30 seconds left.
There is that showstopper being heard. Kesset holding it back, but as we're trying to escape, there is the pinch on the other end. And FURIA players on the defense are falling down like a house of cards. Potentially in position towards the waterfall, but he's going to be alone here for Havoc. And he only has a sheriff to defend this with.
Man, silly.
All right.
Okay,
Noswer
Noswer.
answers back at least. That's 3 on his own. Pulls out. He gets canceled so they have information of where Melzer's at. Noswer inside the pit of that B site. Trying to get the tap on the spike, but Shy's just watching the main. 1 versus 1, they have info. The alarm bot's there too. And now Shy's just gonna play the time, but that's a nice shot. That's gonna make him guess a bit. Shy's gonna have to play a little bit more patiently, and now there's not enough time.
Not at all.
10-1 to the scoreline for Crew Visa. Forcing around with the player advantage.
Into C they go. Finally stopping Klaus on the lurk.
Nice splash to allow MW0 to come out with the showstopper to connect with 2. That spike down. 1 player left alive. Melzer low HP against a full roster. And a silver lining for FURIA. The end of half with the flawless. Yeah, definitely looking to have a little bit of utility here on the defensive side of Crew, so they can try to push some players back on the aggression that's attempted by FURIA. But Kesnet first blood. Smelling more players on the other side of this wall and trying to chase him down. And Noswer was labor of kills, but manages to get a second one at the Shy.
Quick 2v2 in the door, or 3v3 rather, and the door is open to tree.
Yeah. While all of this happens, though, I mean, Khalil gets a 1-for-1 too, but given the time.
Last pack.
But he'll isolate now. Well, he was looking to be isolated on 2 different 1v1s.
Last player standing.
As Havoc lands that shot, Melzer looking for 1 towards the back of the side. The dink is not enough.
All right.
FURIA, they score the pistol round, and this might be what they needed here.
2-2. Uh-oh. Actually, the pinch to baby door here.
It was a jump spot too that spotted him and allows for him to set up with the Odin, but the flash, he gets hit by it. Still has support from Kessin out towards the baby door. Shy now the second one trying to run through, but he gets stopped by a snake bite thrown on the attack. Still one more player inside. There's 20 seconds left on the clock. They're going backwards.
What are they
right back
doing?
into Shy, trying to at least deny the plant. Noswer attempting it. Now a nice little kill by Conan. The backstab there from Shy and a 1v1 on both ends.
Seeker's out.
And the Seeker's out to push towards the A site. But all this spam of the Odin gives so much time here for Kestin to rotate across towards A with the showstopper ready. That reopens the door, but Shy just died towards B. An opening, an opportunity for Crew to move inside B for the plant. Setup of FURIA out towards this A site. Khalil will be first contact. Kessin and Heat together. The Odin spray connects on to Conan. Melzer gets the kill. The trade from Kessin now, and the disadvantage is on to FURIA. Back to the IGL and an LMS against Kessin. Gets the shot as well. Havoc that's able to slip across the defense and is trying to find a backstab. Seeker's getting info on two players towards B. He's being watched now. He catches Kessin off guard. Now a TP towards upper B. Showstopper out in the attack used by MW0, trying to clear out towards A. He trying to run across, and he's able to get the contact on the first kill, and finally eats the rocket from behind. In the process, though, Shy, I mean, all of Crew so far are fine. Melzer will have to try to open the door, try to keep the players at bay, when we'll be able to throw the paranoia, pushing them back towards A site, where MW0 just won against Melzer, and Noswer won his own 1v1 as well.
A lockdown? Oh, they feel like they might be too close after that goes down.
And you might still be able to use it here. They just want to make sure they don't get the pressure from the staircase, and an instant trade comes out. Heat again still has his Vandal and Kesdit with the Guardian waiting for a slow lurk to happen from the B site. They're going to group up with Shy and Heat. Dog coming out on the attack. Heat could not connect on the surprise kill. Attempted onto Havoc, and as he re-peeks, he gets picked. But there's the push from Kesdit, the Guardian, and the Sheriff of both Kesdit and Shy. Round number 20. Gets stopped now by a boom button. Really, it's only him with a one-way smoke doing so much work anchoring the C side. So as they push back towards front B, there's 3 players from Crew Visa. They smoked out the turret at least to really be able to get into the site, forcing the players of Crew Visa to fall back and play the retake. And they retake with the showstopper first. It connects right at the entrance, fully blinded. There you go. The players falling down there for FURIA. A dominating map no matter what for Crew Visa for the first map. A huge thing too because they popped up that orb on that B side. Klaus walked up. There's a first contact. One by FURIA. 2 more instantly fall. And A side is up for grabs on the attack now for FURIA.
Wingman's gonna plant spike. One enemy remaining.
Yowzer. Quick plant. Not much at screens that Melzer can do other than hope for a push through. And pushing out costs his life. Now ready to take down Klaus on the rotation too. Just a little late on that mid.
Kesdit contact, and that will allow Heat to get the pick off from Gate. And also closing in on the other end on the defense is Klaus under 2. Wingman being thrown out. 10 seconds left, trying to find a timing to get the spike, prevent the spike from being planted. There's only 1 player left. Waited way too long. Oh, okay, Elise gets that pick. Noswer now in a 1 versus 2. Only a Bulldog. The Bulldog's not enough. Decide to work it together with FURIA. Clearing up towards 2. Melzer sees the tail, so avoids it. Meanwhile, there's an exchange happening towards Boiler. Control now taken by the attack side up towards Kitchen. Heat couldn't connect his shots. Melzer playing the off angle at the window. Yes, he gets the kill with the Guardian, but all of his teammates fell down in the process. There's so much. This is like the last time they played the anti-eco, holding out towards the spawn, using the KO util to find the info. Meanwhile, though, they're still committing towards this A site, even when Noswer got dinged for 145 by the Sheriff. And Khalil just got dropped. There's a late lurk happening on the other end, so FURIA has to pick up the pace, pushing out towards the backside of the A site. Sheriffs are answering back by Crew. Noswer's alone now with that 5 HP we were mentioning. Mid to B. Util being thrown, util been picked up. TP across, nice flash. Being thrown there by Noswer to allow MW0 to get 2 on the round. Kesdit with the support, trying to rotate back and trying to make it salvageable for Crew. Nice flash then coming out.
They continue to just outflash FURIA as they retake B. Now it's got to be a retake on A.
And they pulled out the null command off Nosworth's plant. And the alarm bot. This is a great timing, so Kesnet is just trying to play patient in the back. Easy kill for Heat because of the pulse coming out on the null command of Nosworth. A 1v1 remaining, a drop on the top! But it's Khalil able to win that fight against Kesnet.
Thrash is out the game.
So null command was picked up and used here by Crew Esports, and there's that Thrash from behind. It gets some information, but we still have a 1-for-1 in terms of situation. Beautiful trades, now advantage for Crew. Trying to draw back in the site. Khalil trying to swing back towards the pipes, and 3 players instantly fall with the timing swing that they're down. Oh, actually engaging with the Thrash as well. Back towards orange, information on 2. MW0 couldn't get the TP. He got denied there by Heat. That spike down at the same time to lurk on middle. A double push. Havoc gets the wall bang onto Klaus. Trying to dwindle down those numbers. Even a chance for Crew Visa to come back into sight. Melzer watching that flank and rotating across, winning that one against Conan. They have 2 walls to work with too. Not needed yet,
Spike
as Shy
down
just
B.
dropped the spike carrier.
30 seconds left.
Oh, Melzer.
Was waited and greeted.
6th sense.
Now potentially this lockdown may be used. It's a 1-for-1.
Last player standing.
Now Heat, for him to decide if he wants to swing out, he does so. Now play the time. Underhand flash throw, 10 seconds left on the clock. Here's a run forward
10
from
seconds
Khalil.
left.
Tap on the spike, turns around, and lands the headshot onto Heat.
Laser.
So they're okay for Crew. Use all that util you want, FURIA. We still have ours in our arsenal. Once you try to get this plant down, that gets instantly denied. Just behind what? 2 smokes that you see now in the screens of NW0 to get that pick.
Nosworth takes one out. You see MW0 going up on top of yellow last time as Khalil gets the flank again.
Khalil, though, nonetheless at the top of green. The tap on the spike. Heat gets the pick onto MW0. As that clock is ticking down. Heat now tapping on it, forced to stick it to at least bring in a half. And FURIA have a great post plant hold. Khalil here, they see all this utility being placed. This is an opportunity to get a plant here towards top A heaven if you want to, but instead it's at the default spot. Instantly we try to engage for the retake for FURIA. Keza gets 2 for his troubles before Nosworth is becoming the last player standing, backstabbed by Melzer.
Half here, so we trade him back. That's the good start they want. And a lot of B pressure already.
And a Bucky close range. MW0 connects onto Heat. Melzer's low HP. Snake bite to try to force him to fall back down at 68. Kezet's the one moving forward. There is Eileen out, getting the heal up for a second life and a second chance against MW0. But then Nosworth almost got that pick with the flash in the front. Does get the contact onto one, trying to lean out, and they're just going to stick it. It was planted too deep at that moment, which is why they held back on that wingman.
Through and get that defuse, ninja-like. 3 in sight, sitting right at ready.
For his by contact play, Kesnet.
All you, Mosh.
He's not going to let FURIA build that momentum off the mistake of the wingman plant that came out from the attack side of Crew Visa. Now Klaus falls, but late lurk happening, and I think this might get heard very soon by Melzer as Conan's rotating across. But Havoc still wins that fight onto Kesnet inside the site. Traded out by Heat, rather, sorry. As Conan and Melzer go head to head, it's a Viper diff in favor of Conan. Back to a 1v1. Natsuka mentioned that they like to fight, they were able to fight, and they're doing it. But for Heat, in this role, here's the jump across, wins that fight against Conan. Putting down the numbers on the attack side, and like I said, it was a little bit difficult to fight back when you have to rotate a little bit more, and NW0 is getting that forward position like he could. And as we mentioned that, both Kesset and Melzer fall as they're trying to aggress towards this B site. I got to get good value that was thrown on a defense. Heat still has another flash to work with as finally FURIA tries to go in. It's a 1-for-1, but Shai holds the angle on the top of pipes. A 2 versus 2 turning it around. Again, a disadvantage that started off for Crew Esports now becomes the advantage. Khalil now spotted, hit at the dice. There's not enough time. And Visa is one to tying up the game. With the null command too, so you're gonna use those three to brute force towards the A site and try to have the lurk there because the null command will deactivate the turret. So this is a great position for these two lurkers, but it's not even needed when Kesnet is opening up the site like that. Finally, Shy gets caught, he gets picked, but there's MW0 is now moving out. Spike has been planted at the default spot this time around for Crew to play the long range, and they know somebody could be lurking. Kesnet knew, gets the headshot onto Conan. Last one to go, will now get lurked and not needed once again. I mean, just everybody stay in spawn.
Spot for this retake, deciding whether Kitchen or to push further by is the site hit take.
Big volley. It's traded out. He gets a second one in the round. 10 seconds left. They have to move quick now. Attempt of a plant from Klaus. Lockdown being used on the defense. Mosh pit being used. Conan with the flank. There's that first shot. A wall bang onto Melzer. A headshot there on Heat to Conan. Trying to stave off the last two players as Havoc and Khalil are moving in. Tap on the spike from the wingman. It's a full stick and a shot from Havoc. The defuse will come in for FURIA.
Paranoia and wingman are there. Do they use him to take the site or do they use him to defuse? Slowly moving in, Havoc tries to get in a position.
And that's FURIA with it. There's that Paranoia coming out, knife being thrown towards the pipes. Trying to push across the Viper's pit. Shy and Melzer are able to hold it down, and the numbers once again add
One enemy remaining.
the disadvantage for FURIA. And Khalil realizes now that it's in peril. An imperative also that he saves his Vandal. But a triple swing coming out from the screens.
Hit site, it's all about inside A now.
The biggest thing is try to take down Khalil to allow that lurk to happen, and he will fall from Heat.
Down A.
That's Melzer on a rotate, but meanwhile the fight is
30
still
seconds
continuing
left.
inside A. It's open now. Conan way too far to try to help out MW0 here, who has to play the hero play. Manages to take Heat down, and there's that 1v1 again. That Conan once again wins against Melzer. It's up to Shy alone, denied by MW0 and FURIA. There, the plant then comes in towards B, but you once again have Melzer on the late lurk from A side, and it's being watched by Nosware if you pay attention to that radar. Meanwhile, though, we're trying to move back from FURIA on the retake towards B, and that flank has now been eliminated. Melzer falls again. Numbers are an advantage for FURIA as they have 3 players left to take down and a defuse on their side to push us to a third map. Wingman will start the defuse. Nanoswarms are being thrown as well. Havoc gets the peek onto Heat, and it's a full defuse coming through as all of Crew falls, and FURIA will push this over to Breeze.
Run them around the map, but they'll still goes towards A. A little focus towards elbow, and yeah, the push.
Flash push, Havoc first blood, Melzer falls, Kesnet trying to answer back.
Wait a
The other one's in the
minute.
drone! He's in the drone! And they both fall.
Retake, the push, really the push up? MW0, so risky.
He needed to make plays. Now long range, it's still won by Conan as he has a sheriff in his own hands. A 2 versus 2.
Enemy remaining.
Landing all shots onto Heat as well, leaving Kesnet alone. Ghosts on a 1 versus 2. Both players with shares, both playing together. And only 1 shot needed from Conan. So they once again still saving this knife because looks like they're trying to repivot towards B.
Oh, knife and dart down, and MW0 gets a kill there. Yeah, look how fast they turn back to the right, knowing this util window is open. Oh, Melzer closes it.
Spike down
That's a clean shot.
That is so clean. Still waiting, pushed up as well. Heat 1 HP.
Still gets 1. Decayed a bit from that wall, and also staying away from the radius thrown by Havoc. And still survives, jumping away from bricks. Kesnet, meanwhile, it gets rid of the lurker. Khalil falls, and really nothing working in favor of FURIA until the shot comes in from Havoc. We're trying to hit this quick. W0, though, being hit, melting down, being corroded by the snake bite. Low HP at 44 and still gets the pick onto Melzer. Meanwhile, though, Shy is trying to hold the back of the site, half wall, 1 for 1. It's in the favor of FURIA right now on his player advantage. Al Jong trying to clear out the front of Berlin, back in the front of the site. It does get the ping onto 1 player, and that's MW0 trying to rotate back. But a wall comes up to survive and to save him. He's now pinned and hides in the corner, still gets a pick before he finally falls. A 2 versus 2 makes that now Heat alone. Flash now being thrown towards the front, now finally sees him. Look at them playing the protocols, playing the time in their favor. As I say that, Havoc jumps up and gets picked. Tap on that spike. Conan now could play the time. Gonna be difficult for Heat. Gets that pick, but the time will be close. No, he won't at all.
Don't cut the wrong wire!
B-stack attempt. You see how it's passively played here towards that spawn side. Then there's only 2 players left inside the B site to try to detain. They're able to do that until Melzer gets dropped by Noswer's Hunter's Fury. Klaus now slightly flashed, big camera up, couldn't contact that kill. Now Shy is going to try to rotate across, sees the top of the helm of Havoc, drops a spike here, a nice second headshot there onto Conan. FURIA walking together towards the back of the site.
30
Shy
seconds
is
left.
waiting.
The step.
Wide swing, shock dart, 4 HP.
Hearing down the sights.
10
I mean, they're
seconds
okay
left.
here. For Crew,
Yeah.
Visa, just hold it back. There's no way that Noswer could win this. Either on kills or...
Plant can come down from Furia, but it might be tough to get in the sight with this low buy. And Kesnet with the op mid. Nice find, though. That is a good start. Okay.
Good start, you were saying, for Crew.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, nice little shot there by Klaus just to make sure that he protects Kesnet as he's trying to walk back in. Every type of angles that you're trying to push solo here for FURIA, you try to create some space with the lower buy that you have has been denied by Crew so far. Shy might get caught, leans out, there's some damage done, support from Klaus, that's actually pretty good.
If the Heat can stay alive in this one, they have a good chance of just stalling out double door.
Yeah,
One enemy remaining.
at least one.
Yeah,
And
that's the
clean
trade they
shot.
needed.
Very nice one for Crew. This could be towards the halls with the late lurk potentially coming out from Khalil. Here comes the attempt, the Crew trying to fight back towards the back of this Viper wall.
Oh my,
nice
no
shot
way.
by Kesnet to drop Khalil though. Melzer gets that pick. Now maybe the ults might be coming forward. There is that null command out on the defense. Aldro to look inside that pit. That clock is ticking. They have to act quick. Beautiful underhand flash. Now you're sticking on that spike. There's only one left to go. It's Noswer who gets all of the kills. How does he land that? We'll open the door, and that's going to add a lot of pressure for Heat. Thankfully, there's a one-way here to help him out. And there's that first contact. Nobody to trade off, so this gives a chance here for Heat to run that clock down. Slow players down. Updraft, second kill coming through. Off shot from Kesnet to get that pick. Blade Storm now activated from Kesnet, who's trying to watch it from the spawn. Melzer staying inside the pit, but the spike is down with 17 seconds left. There's a garden kill, allowing a chance for us to pick up the spike if we can. As a hat comes out,
10
infills on the last players. Up shot missed, trying to get in for a plant. The tap comes
One enemy
in.
remaining.
5 seconds left, a shot gets the pick on the Noswer and Kesnet keeps running it down.
The rounds Furia were able to take a hold of were very fast. It's tough to be very fast with the operator when they're moving that quick. Plant goes through, Heat starts us off, first blood.
Counter Hunter's Fury, nice flick coming through from Kesnet for that kill. Klaus meanwhile gets a Hunter's Fury kill onto Havoc. 2 players at a disadvantage for FURIA, but it's Noswer. He's been and come up clutch before, instantly gets denied. Dashboard, Kesnet is going for it. He does not want to give a chance here for FURIA to really set up, but MW0 is the one alive. Dash away, snake put on the ground, one hit on the spike, up drop on the top, but couldn't connect on the shots. Crew Visa will get the defuse and
Towards the door. Oh, wow. They're so close. They're knocking on the front door, and they're going to be right in Furia's face.
What? How? Doesn't matter yet. Heat answering back with 2 of his own as Shy is trying to move forward. Yeah, camera just spotted there, Shy. And they haven't broken it down, but there's that lurk from behind. Havoc pushing all the way down. At 12 HP, is going to fight against the other KO. Heat at 26. So the important fights inside the site. Khalil wins it. Turns around.
Wow.
And Havoc finds the timing to allow FURIA to get the pistol.
A lot of noise just being made on the rope. Trying to play mind games as they go through mid, and it's not playing with Khalil at all.
And that dart actually just pinged both of them inside the site. Beautiful flash from Havoc. It's traded out.
Spike down A.
And Noswer pinging a few players in the front of the site. Doesn't put into account Melzer. That almost punished him. But there is that push forward from Heat on the other side by Orange.
Waiting, looming over the site from Bridge.
The null command allows for them to get inside the site for Crew Visa. Kesnet moving forward, trying to spray with the Phantom, connects onto Noswer. Meanwhile, Heat has fallen down, door gets open. Footing in, or the defenders outside from the bridge, and Kesset was alone, but at least got the info. Shy has to cut the crossfire, rotate rather. As Khalil jumps up, he denies access to FURIA to move inside the A side. There's only 2 players left. It's MW0, heavily wounded with this operator. Conan dropped by the hands of Klaus.
FURIA felt like they needed to do it more, jumping out, trying to get control over it.
But that's a ruse. Wall came up too, and it might get pulled back down as soon as they get the line. Meanwhile, though, you mentioned that push coming out from middle to A site. But there you go, he's by himself in the vet. That's spiked down. Although at least Melzer is able to get that pick onto Havoc. Players are falling down, hats are being thrown, and now they'll realize that Spike is up to grabs quite easily. The backstab after onto MW0.
Yep.
Last player now spotted at mid double doors, or the A-Hall's doors rather, and that becomes a clean round.
They do decide to lean.
And he's trying to play behind the defensive Viper wall too to try to catch some players off guard. Now there's the damage, and Melzer connects. He does get one, but Conan was right there for the trade.
It's Khalil hoping to find a shot with nobody looking at him.
Oh, they weren't looking, but at least he gets a third one.
Got the caboose.
Not anymore after that kill.
Oh, yeah.
So the hat was thrown out. Shy's positions actually in danger. Cage comes up, Conan falls. Meanwhile, just by the elbow, and as the cage comes down, Shy stayed inside it the whole time, and Nasser wasn't ready. Khalil now becomes the last player standing. And also grouping up all together, needing Klaus to move in with the recon dart so that they can execute as a full team inside B. Hunter's Fury out now on the attack. Meanwhile, Kesset does get the pick. Klaus trying to find some information with, and cancels out the ult, thinking somebody's pushing out towards the elbow. 4 weapons, only 2 Guardians and a Bulldog in their hands. Spike now going down, the 3 versus 3. Crew now forced to stay inside the site. Khalil gives some hope for FURIA as it's up to Klaus and Heat. Under attack, pushing through. Heat comes around the corner. Now up to Conan, picked off as Crew will finally seal the deal and win the series against FURIA.